Today we're going to be replacing the rear pads and rotors on a 2016 GMC Acadia. To get started, remove the brake reservoir cap. Next, jack up the vehicle. Make sure you use a good quality jack stand. Then we'll remove the wheel, and it's just going to be a 22 mil. Next, we'll remove this screw here that's holding our rotor. We'll just put a screwdriver over there to hold that in place, and this is just going to be a T30. Now we're ready to remove the caliper guide bolts here. So you have a 14 here and a 14 down here, and if it starts to spin, just take a 17 mil wrench to hold it in place like that. And after you get both of those bolts removed, just take a caliper hanger and we'll hang the caliper out of the way here. Next, remove the caliper bracket here, and it just has two 21 mil bolts there. Then remove the bracket. Then we'll remove the rotor. Sometimes these will come off, and other times you got to hit them a little bit here to get them to pop off. This one seems to be stuck a little bit here, so we'll put a little PV blaster in here. Alright, there we can see that it broke free. And once you get it broke free, if it's still not coming off like this one is here, what's happening is those emergency brake pads in there are getting hung up on here. So just apply even pressure on both sides and try to wiggle it off. Alright, so there's our rotor. And if you're struggling to get the rotor off, what you can also do is pop off that plug there and that little access hole. Rotate the rotor till right here, and you can relieve some of the tension by ratcheting that dial down there, and that'll just draw in those pads a little bit to give you a little bit more room. But typically if you just apply even pressure like that, they'll usually slide right off just like that. Next, we'll compress the caliper piston here. And the reason you need to do this is because when you put your new pads in there, this is going to be out farther, so you need to compress that back in. If you remember earlier in the video when we removed the brake reservoir cap, the reason you need to do that is when you're compressing this, you don't want to put excess pressure on that. So just make sure if you didn't do that step to do that, then we'll put an old pad here and we'll compress that piston into the caliper. Alright, we can see that it's fully compressed, so we're done with the prep on the caliper. Then we'll use a wire brush and we'll just clean off a little bit of this rust. This isn't always required if you don't have an excess amount of rust where it creates a lip, but if you can feel the rust on there, make sure you get a wire brush and clean that off. And then we'll take a little brake clean. Then on this vehicle, we'll also put a little bit of anti-seize on here as well. And you don't have to get carried away with this. Then we'll install our rotor, and I'm just going to be using some of the Bosch Quitecast. And these already come with a rust-proof coating on the outside. If you get any of those cheaper ones that are just the bare metal, make sure you clean off that oil on those. But on these ones here, there's nothing else you need to do other than line it up right here with that hole there. Then take your T30 bolt and then we'll tighten this up. And just gently snug this up. I believe the torque on this is 106 inch-pounds. And don't forget to take that plug off the old rotor and install it on your new. Now we're ready to prep the caliper bracket here. So first remove your old pads. And if they're stuck in there, just get a hammer or something and tap them out. Then remove these slides here. And your new pads should come with new ones here. If they don't, make sure you clean these up. Most of the better quality ones, like this Bosch Quitecast, they will give you new clips here. Then we'll take a wire brush and we'll clean off a little bit of this rust. Then take a little brake clean. Then we're going to pull out these guide pin bolts. And just be very careful to not damage that boot. Just get it past the lip, and that should come out. Now this one looks pretty good, but sometimes you'll have these all corroded in here. Just make sure you thoroughly clean that off. And then we'll apply a little brake grease on this pin before we install it back in there. And on these Bosch pads, they will come with a little bit of this brake lube right here. If yours didn't, you can always buy some of this, and I'll put links in the description to where you can get this. So just put a little on there. And the reason you need to do this is when the caliper's compressing in and out, if that's not able to easily move like that, it's just going to lock up and it's going to wear down your pad. So make sure it moves like that, and also that you have it installed back underneath that lip. And we'll do the same thing over here. And take our new clips. And then we'll also put a little brake lube on both of these as well. Then we're done with the prep on the caliper bracket. Then we'll go ahead and we'll install it back on the vehicle. So we'll set our bracket in place here. Then we'll tighten up both of these 21 mil bolts to 129 foot-pounds. Alright, so there's the 129. Then take your new pads and we'll put a little bit of that brake lube on the ends here that's going to slide in there. And you can put a little bit back here, but really that's typically not required because a lot of these have this backing plate here that actually gets rid of a lot of the noise. The more of this brake lube you put in here, the more dirt and corrosion that's going to get corroded in there over time. So then once you have a little bit of that brake lube on the end, just set these in place and just make sure they're able to slide in and out like that. Then we'll do the same thing on the other one. And again, make sure that one's able to easily move as well. Once those look good, then we'll reinstall our caliper. And just make sure when you're doing this that you're not putting that brake hose in an unnecessary bind. So make sure it looks like that. Then we'll slide it across here. Then we'll install the guide pin bolts. Then we'll tighten both of those bolts to 20 foot-pounds. And after you get everything tightened up there and everything looks good, then do the same thing on the other side. Once you're done with the other side, don't forget to reattach the brake reservoir cap up there. Then you've completed your job here. So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please give me the thumbs up. If you're interested in more content like this, please hit that subscribe. But again, I hope this helped you out and thanks for watching.